Hi, I'm Jenny Fusillo, and this is Major League Lacrosse. The 2015 season is right around the corner, and today I'll be talking with analyst Evan Washburn and the 2015 Boston Cannons. Evan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Evan, there was a lot of trades and changes in the offseason, the biggest being Paul Rabil to New York. Who do you think will step up in 2015 and be the face of the Boston Cannons?
Well, I don't think it'll be one player that'll necessarily become that face. I think this is an organization in transition. They're still really searching maybe for that face. But I think in the immediate, it'll be players like Will Manny and Kevin Buchanan that'll really have to take on not only the scoring load, the offensive leadership, but maybe some of those face of the organization duties, at least for the time being. I think this is a team that's clearly shifted their focus to more of a youth movement. The commitment they made in the draft, I think, showed out, and I think they had a nice draft. So I think this year will be a bit difficult maybe for Boston fans that are used to the type of consistency they've had in recent seasons. But when it comes to a face of this organization and this program, I think it's still in flux. But in the immediate, I think Will Manny's presence will increase. Kevin Buchanan's presence will increase.
Now, with so many players still playing indoor early on in the season, what can we expect from the Cannons defense?
Yeah, I think this defense could be a strength for this team because that's where a lot of the experience lies. I think Jordan Burke's poised for a bounce-back season. He dealt with some thumb injuries that I think limited him last year, and he just wasn't himself. A lot of question about Brody Merrill. I'm not sure if when he comes back from the indoor season, if he'll still be a part of this organization. I just think as an older player, when you see an organization clearly make a shift towards rebuilding, I'm curious where his commitment will lie. But Mitch Blau, I'm sure will be back. He's such a steadfast member of that group, and Scott Ratliff showed improvement. I think this defense will be pretty good, and they'll be counted on to try and keep this team in games, especially early in the season.
Now, you've talked about the trades and the changes and how young this team is. So finally, how do you foresee the 2015 season for the Cannons?
I think it's going to be a bit rocky. I mean, I have them as my 8th team in the league in preseason rankings. Now, we've seen crazier things happen. Things in this league are always in flux and in change. But if I had to say right now where I think this season goes, I think they struggle just for all the reasons we've laid out here. So much change within the offense, a team maybe searching for an identity. Paul Rabil is one thing, but Ryan Boyle did so much for this group. And for him to move on to retirement, I think not only do they lose his production, but they lose basically a coach on the field. So I'm really curious how they'll fill that void. But I think it's going to be an up-and-down season. And again, if you're a fan, try and be patient because I think the future could be bright, but the present could be a bit of a struggle.
Well, we're looking forward to the season. Thanks, Evan.
Thank you.